Hello everyone and welcome to Motorcyclegear.com. Today we're taking a look at the brand new Induction Pro Jacket from KLIM. Brand new for spring 2025 is the Induction Pro Jacket from KLIM. Now in its second version or second generation, KLIM states that this version is lighter, more comfortable, and more breathable, and that it features some key additions like additional stretch panels as well as additional abrasion resistance. Overall construction is going to be a combination of carbonate mesh, 600D Cordura, carbonate micro mesh with 4-way stretch, as well as 1000D Cordura. Overall, this combination of materials will yield a CE AA rating. Let's take a peek at the available colors. Options include stealth black, high-rise white, as well as asphalt high vis. So from a sizing standpoint, the Induction Pro Jacket comes in sizes small to 3XL. Now keep in mind at roughly 6 foot, 215 pounds, I normally wear a size extra large in most European brands, but KLIM is an American company and has an American cut, which means that I actually wear a size large, not my usual XL. Here in the Induction Pro, I am wearing a large, and it does fit me as I would expect it to. So again, if you know your European size, think about one size smaller, and you should get the right fit here with KLIM. One other note for KLIM sizing is that the large size, kind of the center of the scale, tends to run pretty true to that American cut size large, but as you go towards the smaller side of the scale, the sizes tend to run a little bit smaller than you would expect them to. And then on the flip side, as you go towards the larger side of the scale, they tend to run a little bit larger than you would expect them to. So they kind of vary as you go out into the sides of that scale, with again the size large fitting as you would expect it to for an American cut size large. So my advice here is, if you're struggling to find the right size, hit up Motorcyclegear.com, take a look at our notes, or give us a phone call, hit us up via email, and we'll help you out in finding that right size. But once again, I normally wear a size XL in European sizes. I do wear a size large here in KLIM. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some of the details. As you can see, there will be a ton of mesh here on the front, which means obviously this jacket will be quite breathable. Now, this main mesh here is going to be carbonate industrial grade nylon mesh, and then surrounding it here on the outsides is actually going to be carbonate micro mesh with 4-way stretch, and it's actually 1000D Cordura. So again, a whole lot of breathability and two different types of mesh. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the collarbone area, which you will notice on each side is a bit of reflective material. This is going to be 3M Scotchlite. It's their carbon black edition, so it looks really good and does a good job of being reflective. You get one on both sides here, and then right below that, you are going to get an accent color here. This color is going to vary, obviously, depending on which colorway you have, but a nice little breakup in the color, a little extra style and design right there. Stepping a little bit further down from there, you do get a KLIM logo right here. It's kind of a rubberized material that's been stitched in, and then you'll notice a pocket right here. This is going to be on the left side of the chest. Pretty straightforward zipper pocket. Go ahead and unzip that. Put your hand inside. It's going to be roughly the size of my hand. For reference, I do wear a size large glove, so that kind of gives you a rough idea of how big the pocket is, or if you have a smartphone, iPhone 15 Pro Max here for reference, it does also fit in there with a little bit of room to spare. And then as we continue our way down, you'll notice two more color accents here. Again, nice looking, good breakup in the overall mesh, and then you will notice two more zippers. These are going to be pretty much standard hand warmer style pockets. Again, pretty good size. My hands fit comfortably all the way down here. And then obviously I can move my hands all the way up here. So the pocket's about this big on each side, so definitely plenty of room. And then as you see the zipper coming all the way down, no coverage on the zipper, but you do get a small little flap right here. This will help with keeping the tank from getting scratched up, though it's not very long. So really it's more for an upright sitting position, so you have that protection. If you're kind of bent forward, you might still get your tank a little bit. Let's go ahead and make our way to the sleeves here. At the very bottom, you will notice there is a Velcro strap. This is going to be for adjusting the cuff. Gives you plenty of adjustment here depending on how loose or tight you want it to be. Speaking of adjustment, right above this mesh panel here, you have a strap for adjusting the forearm fit. A lot of range here as well, so definitely easy to make the arms fit how you want them to fit. On the flip side here, we do have another strip of reflective material. This is again going to be that 3M Scotchlite. It is going to be the carbon black. Looks good, and again, nice touch of safety there. Moving up from there, we do have the elbow. This is going to be goat skin leather. It is perforated, and it does have a nice design to it too. I don't know if you guys can quite see that on camera here, but there's kind of a embossed KLIM logo with a little bit of a design behind it too. So definitely a nice overlay to have for extra abrasion resistance. Coming up from there, even more mesh. So again, a whole lot of breathability here. And keep in mind, this material is mesh, it's breathable, but so is this right here. It doesn't look like it, but it's actually a micro mesh that breathes quite well. A little bit of accent color here. And then we do have even more reflective material. This is going to go all the way up the front and across the sides and the back. If you guys haven't figured this out yet, I'm a huge fan of reflective material. I think it's great to have nighttime and low light visibility. So hats off to KLIM for including a whole bunch on here, and it actually looks good too. So it's not just there to be there, it looks good and it serves a purpose. One step further up, we get up to the shoulder. Again, even more goat skin leather, again perforated, so nice overlay again where the armor is, and you do get that extra abrasion resistance. And we go back to the other reflective strip. This is the one that we saw earlier when I was talking about the top of the collarbone. Now with the sleeves, looking at the arms here, they are going to be symmetrical. Looking at whether it's the right or the left hand side, the only difference there is on the left hand side exclusively. You will notice one additional pocket. You see the little sign right here? This is kind of the medical symbol, and this is what they call a medical stat card pocket. Now there's two uses for this. One, a lot of people will use it for exactly that. It's a place to put your medical stats. That way if the worst was to happen, hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, the paramedics would have all your medical information right here in the sleeve. Another way that I've seen it used is if you're trying to travel light, you're just hitting the road real quick, running down to the store or something like that. You don't want to bring up all your stuff, your wallet and everything. You throw a quick driver license in there, a quick debit or credit card. It fits nice and easy inside this little pocket. Kind of slides underneath and you're good to go. So nice little touch here. Again, only on the left hand side. The only thing that's different between the left and the right hand sleeve. Let's go ahead and jump to the back of the jacket. Again, there's that comfortable collar. You will see again the reflective strips that were on the front collarbone part coming all the way around the back, so I do like that. Nice little bit of accent color here. Again, this is going to vary depending on which color jacket you have, but it's kind of a nice way to break up the giant mesh panel design from the rest of the jacket. And then one more logo right here, pretty large KLIM logo, and yes, that is also reflective material, so once again, a ton of reflective on this jacket. Let's go ahead and slide down the back. You will notice two more accent colors right here. Again, that giant mesh panel running all the way down. You still have the micro mesh on the sides too. So again, I can't stress enough, a whole lot of breathability here. And then one last KLIM logo right here. This one is going to be rubberized and stitched in. And that's pretty much it. The back is pretty simple. And then making our way to the inside of the Induction Pro Jacket, there is actually quite a bit going on in here. Let's go ahead and start with the pockets. So on the one side, you do have a mesh Napoleon style pocket. It is going to be zippered. For size comparison, iPhone 15 Pro Max fits no problem. A little bit of extra space above that too if you have a larger phone. On the flip side, there is going to be another pocket. This one's going to be all mesh, kind of a stretchy mesh with an open top. It too will fit my phone, but it is going to be open on the top, so just kind of keep that in mind. And then again, two more pockets here, one on each side, both going to be mesh pockets, both can be zippered. And they are, again, big enough to fit my phone. I would argue you can probably fit two of them side by side, so plenty of space, about the size of my opened up hand. Again, size large glove for reference, so a lot of pocket, a lot of storage space on the inside of the Induction Pro. Okay, so moving on from storage onto comfort. The entire jacket does have a mesh liner. It's a nice breathable mesh liner. It's comfortable and it is moisture wicking. For adjustment on the fit, you do get a drawstring here at the bottom. You've probably noticed on the outside there was no adjuster for the waist. That's because it's here on the inside. Very simple drawstring. You pull it tight, adjust it, get that perfect fit. Moving on from there, speaking of mesh, there's a cool mesh thing going on right here. So this is actually the back protector pocket. A little bit different for this year for KLIM. They're doing a bit of a different mesh on the pocket here. You notice this middle section here. This is kind of what most companies have done in the past and what KLIM has done in the past. And it's just a simple, skinny, flat mesh. You'll notice this section here looks quite a bit different. One, the weaves are very wide open, so a lot of airflow happening here, but what you kind of can't see on camera is this is actually raised quite a bit. I can kind of press my hand down and really it has a lot of room I would argue almost maybe 1/8 of an inch between the back protector and this, what they call spacer mesh. Now the cool thing about the spacer mesh is it helps create that gap between the back protector and your back, and these massive weave openings here will help stimulate that airflow. So having the space and the openings, the airflow will be a lot better than just a traditional flat regular mesh. So really nice, cool design here. Hats off to KLIM for making that happen. Now speaking of the back protector, included here, now I want to say something real quick. This is the Induction Pro Jacket, and KLIM really took the pro part to heart. So what's included here is not only do you get all the armor, you've got the back protector, you've got the shoulders and the elbows included, but they're actually all D3O and they're all level 2. So this is actually a level 2 back protector included, which I love to see. Very simple. Velcro, open it up, take it out. And then for the elbow and the shoulders, I'll go ahead and pull it out here. I'll show you the shoulder one because it's really easy to get into. Simple pocket, mesh pocket, Velcro opens up. Again, this is going to be level 2. Now keep in mind it is T plus and T minus, and it is that highly stretchable, highly protective, and highly breathable D3O that we've come to love in all of our KLIM gear. So a lot of airflow here, and then again, very flexible, but it is level 2, and again, level 2 all around. So I love to see that from a protection standpoint. And then speaking of loving the safety, you can see the CE tag here. It is AA rated. So again, a whole lot of airflow, but you do get that AA rating here as well as the level 2 armor. So again, great protection and great airflow. And then one last bit on the elbow armor here. I do have the sleeve turned inside out. You will notice that the pocket does have room for adjustability. So you have 1, 2, 3 Velcro points here, 1, 2, 3 Velcro points here. What that means is that there's 3 different levels of adjustment. So depending on how your elbows are within your arms, depending on the length of your arms, all that kind of good stuff, you can adjust the armor up or down to make sure it fits properly where you need it to be. The second generation Induction Pro Jacket from KLIM takes a jacket that was already really good and further improves it. If you are looking for an adventure or touring styled mesh jacket that is going to protect you while offering plenty of breathability for those warm and hot weather climates, the Induction Pro Jacket is definitely worth taking a look at. All right, so that's going to be it for the KLIM Induction Pro Jacket. Be sure to visit Motorcyclegear.com. Hit us up in the comments down below via phone or email, as we are always here to help you with your motorcycle gear needs. Thank you all for watching. Till next time.